That was really cool, right? So really fun. So with this Genki ring, you can give an extra dimension to your existing MIDI gear with their integrated Bluetooth MIDI. And if you have a vintage synth, you can pair it with our WIDI Master, and then you can play like this on every synth you own. So that's really cool. We're going to talk about this with our first guest, but please allow me to remove the video so we save some bandwidth. So first, I remove some stuff from this, and then I will add Ólafur Bogason, if I say it correctly. So here he is, and I will unmute his mic. Hello, Ólafur.
Hi.
Hello. You can put on the volume a bit.
Great. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear. Maybe some of our audience can say, yes, we hear Ólafur. Then we are really sure.
Great.
So, well, thank you and welcome to our show. We didn't have the time to sound check, but I think we will manage along the way.
Yeah, I hope so.
So, thank you for joining. I just introduced you, and I introduced Genki and the Wave, and the really cool video. I really like it. But I think it's best that you introduce your company and your product first. So tell us, what is Genki? What is Wave?
Yeah, great. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here, Thomas. So, like you said, my name is Ólafur, and I'm one of the co-founders of Genki Instruments. So, Genki Instruments was originally founded in 2015. By a team of electrical engineers from the University of Iceland that was just finishing. So me and a couple of buddies wanted to use the theory and put it into some kind of to build something with the theory that we're learning at the microelectronics course. And we've kind of envisioned this larger, huge instrument that was like you could have like a modular element. So you would have one master block, and then you could create a larger interface, a MIDI interface, as you were jamming along. Not really kind of very similar to the Rolly blocks.
Mm-hmm.
But then we kind of realized we tried to tackle the problem and try to understand what was the newest thing in this ideas, and that was a tiny bit had this kind of a motion controller. And the motion controller, we didn't really think it was a ring. It was supposed to be an armband or something that would allow for live audiences to really see what the electronic musician was doing on stage, because we realized that he was doing a lot of things. But if he's stuck behind a computer screen, then it's really hard to decipher what he is doing. He could be on Twitter even, or on Facebook or whatever, but we knew that he was making music, and how can you convey that expression more naturally to the live audience.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool. Sounds really interesting. So can you tell me how it works with Bluetooth MIDI, because that's the connection I can make with WIDI Master. Maybe also you can say something about that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so and then the time passed, and we spent a lot of time in development. And then in August last year, we released our first instrument, and that's called Wave. And it's this ring that I have here on my hand, and it connects via Bluetooth MIDI to your MIDI gear. And we are, just let me say first that we are so excited to have WIDI Master as a new product coming out, because it's a perfect fit for Wave. Because now you would have to connect it to your computer, and we have our own software which you can configure. You can create preset banks for your synthesizers. So and we are going to do more of that in the future. So we'll have preset banks, for example, for the Prophet, for the Juno 60 mod, and we're very, very excited to be working with Bluetooth MIDI WIDI Master. So it's going to be great.
Yeah, cool. So are you planning to show something live to us?
Yeah, I just wanted to just give you an idea about how extremely simple it is to connect to WIDI Master.
Okay.
So if you bear with me, I'll just do it real quickly. So
I will give you the full screen.
Yeah, thank you.
And I will be back with one other question, and then just show us how it works. That's the best. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So thank you, Thomas. So here I have the ring on. You can see it's already connected, but for the demo purposes, I'll just turn it off by holding two buttons here, and now it's disconnected. And then you can see here I have the Prophet Rev 2, and the MIDI Master is already plugged in here. You can see it here. We have a prototype of it. It's working really great. Now I turn on the ring, and I remove the MIDI Master, put it back in like this, and now it's already connected. So you can see the LEDs here on the screen are moving to and fro, indicating that it's already connected. All right. So I don't know if you can hear this. So I'm going to leave the microphone a bit and just show you real quick how you can control a cutoff filter here on the Rev 2 and a little bit of pitch modulation on the vibrato. Yeah, so it's really simple, just works straight out of the box, and it's kind of magic.
Yeah, it's really cool.
magic.
Yeah. I really love it. We had a short discussion when we met first time on Thursday, I think. And what I found interesting on the Wave, if I understood correctly, is that you can assign the MIDI controllers, the CCs, on the fly, right? So you turn it up and you can assign it, so you can change that live evenly, right?
Absolutely. So we are working on a feature. It's currently in development, but we're really. I would rather not show something that might not work in the live, but in any ways, it's going to work like this. You will enter a particular mode in the ring, and then you can just turn on up. And most synthesizers are sending the MIDI signals out, and we can grab that on the ring, assign it to the parameter that you want, and it just works.
That's cool. So, yeah. That's part of the development process, right? It's really good that you don't show things that don't work. Not yet, because it's an idea, and I love that process. The process of creating technology. You come with an idea, you interact with beta testers like you became, because this is one of the few prototypes in the world at this point. And then we interact with each other, and we can strengthen each other. So that's really cool part of working in this musical industry.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
I really love this product. It's really cool and it's really versatile, and you can play your vintage synth or a modern synth, it doesn't matter, any MIDI instrument with an extra way, so it adds something. And then for us it's also really nice that it works with Bluetooth MIDI and that it works so well with WIDI Master. So together we can all those cool synths that are already in the market, we make them even cooler.
Absolutely.
So well, thank you for sharing this. I think I have one more question. Maybe it's a bit looking ahead. It's just a bit of a conversation. So as I said, our products together provide some really cool new dimensions. So how do you see the future of MIDI, Genki, Bluetooth MIDI? So maybe some inside information you want to share about your product?
Wow, that's a really good question. I mean, I think it's just, in the first place, it's just wonderful that we have a standard like MIDI out there, and that there are people that are actively working to strengthen the bonds between these kind of different instruments. And I think that's been true since the 83 when the original MIDI standard was released. So I think it's just like now we're kind of taking it to the next step. And of course, MIDI 2 is going to be a very interesting add-on as well. But in terms of Bluetooth MIDI, I think it's very important that people realize that it's stable technology and that it's actually working, and it's you know, it allows you, you know. I think that I don't really think that anybody likes cables in the end. So it's, if we are able to make it more natural and more easy for musicians to do what they love to do, which is make music without the hassles of having, you know, different cables everywhere. So it's kind of, I think this is kind of a future whereby I think it's slowly progressing towards.
Yeah, I agree. It's also a trust thing. You know, people are used to MIDI cables, and you know, it's simple. MIDI cables do the trick. So you have to come up with a really good story to make a difference. And honestly speaking, you know, if you have a ring, you can. This is a really good story because it adds this extra flavor to playing live. So yeah, that's great. I will move on to the next guest. I thank you very much for joining us, Ólafur, from Iceland, from Genki Instruments.
Yes.
I will be so. I forgot to share to our viewers that there is this website you have where they can find out more.
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe it's also we can share a bit that we are looking at a package deal together, right, with the Bluetooth MIDI and the Wave. So that's the bit of inside information I'm going to give you. But that will be announced really soon as we at our side also know what's going on and when we can exactly deliver, you know. So thank you very much for joining us, Ólafur. I'm going to remove you from the screen. It's a bit harsh. I remove you entirely from the broadcasting system to save some bandwidth.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So thank you very much, and we will keep in touch.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Thomas. Yeah.
Okay.
Have a nice day, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.